Hello and welcome to another week of the weekly support and clarity from Spirit for you. So I hope you've had a wonderful week and thank you very much for joining me. It's nice to be back after a bit of a break there. So we're doing this from the 17th of April through Monday the 17th through till Sunday the 23rd. Of April. And so how I work is I call my guides in, all those in spirit who love me, ask them to give you what you need for the upcoming week, any tips, techniques, exercises or practices that may accompany that, and just have a bit of fun along the way. Okay, wonderful. So just give me a minute, I'll just seal off, tune in, and we'll get straight into our work together. Okay, it's saying how often do you let your hair down? And what they mean by that is not so much about going out and kicking off your shoes, having a night out, dancing. It could mean that, or having a few drinks, but it's that thing about how often you give yourself just free rein to do whatever the hell that you want to do. How often do you give yourself the time to just say, okay, well, normally I'll do this or normally I'll do that, but what actually am I really wanting to do right now? What am I really feeling? What really turns me on? What's going to uplift me? And that's a really big one, is just over the next week, when you decide to do something and make a choice to do something, just stop for a second and ask yourself, is this uplifting? And if it's not, maybe it's not the best thing for you to do at that time. Sometimes we've just got to do stuff that you don't want to do, like, tidying up the house or the washing or so forth. But ask yourself, with this, is this going to be something that's going to benefit me later on down the track? Doing the dishes is never fun, but having clean dishes is great. So let your head down, allow yourself to look from a bit of a different perspective. Ask yourself really what you're really wanting to do and where you're wanting to go, with this. And just have a bit of fun with it and just see where it takes you. Okay, we'll get on with the weekly reading. Okay, so Monday is very much about movement, and it's about sort of being focused within your movement, but it's about being clear as well. And that means being clear within your speech, being clear within, what you're doing, and also having a bit of clarity around your thinking as well. Are you doing this in a way in which, you're not very happy about, or are you doing this in a way in which you're going, okay, this is going to give me what I need? So it's about moving forward, having some clarity, having some grounding as well, which is getting into Tuesday, actually. And Tuesday is very much about grounding, but it's about being grounded within your approach and knowing that through having a little bit more structure or having a bit more of a base in which you can work off, you can have a lot more fun within that. So it's really about you allowing yourself to have a little bit more fun on Tuesday, but also this is about really like looking out for, making sure that you're really doing this because you're feeling good, because you want to. You're coming out at this with a really nice flow, with a really good spring in your step. You're feeling happy about this, and really asking yourself, okay, do I really want to do this because this is something that I feel I'm going to get most benefit from, or not? And really allowing yourself to sort of sink into those feelings. If feelings or emotions arise which aren't that, actually listen to them. What are they about? Which it's going on to Wednesday, actually. So this is really about you. When things pop up, instead of reacting from that emotion or that trigger or what has happened, sort of stop for a second, allow yourself to recognize whatever that is, step back from it a couple of steps, and then look at it. What does this mean? Is there a reason I'm getting triggered? Is there a reason I'm feeling a bit out of sorts? I'm feeling a bit funky about this. You know, asking yourself that, because when you question, it gives you so much more sort of room for movement and room for choice and room for knowledge to come in, instead of just perpetuating that same old, you know, sort of crap. You know, getting angry, getting frustrated, getting upset. Like, stop for a second. It's getting on to Thursday. So Thursday, it's about speech, and it's really about you listening to the way that you're talking. Is this thinking going on? You know, you're saying, you know, stuff to yourself that you wouldn't say to anybody else. You say to somebody that you love. How are you actually talking about things? This uplifts me. This sucks. I don't like this. Freak this shit. You know, what are you saying? You know, what is your communication like? You know, and what is your communication like about your environment as well, which is getting into Friday. And this is about your environment, and this is about the way you're communicating with your environment as well. Could be your workplace, your home. They're saying it's pretty much everywhere. And so are you really allowing yourself to flow within what's around you? Are there things stopping you? You know, what are you thinking about this? What are you saying about this? Are you going to create more of a problem with this, or are you going to realize that there's a road bump, or there's something that isn't quite working for you, and you're going to stop? You're going to, you know, ask for some help. Ask Spirit. Spirit, show me some clarity around this, please. Thank you very much. Show me what is going to be the best thing for me to do about this particular situation. Thank you. I know I'll find an answer. So it's about communication, not just to Spirit or to people around you, but to yourself, right across the board on all levels. So getting into Saturday. I just said, stop thinking. I know that's easy to say, it's hard to do. And when you say stop thinking, you generally think more. But it's about sort of recognizing, what are you overthinking? What have you come up with an answer? What are you thinking about that you're just going into again and again and again? You know, are you overthinking something in which you have, you know, sort of realized what's going to be good for you? Are you going over things in which you know that aren't good for you? Are you thinking yourself into a funky spot? You know, what are you doing around this? So just being a bit more aware of your thinking. And then Sunday, what's on Sunday? So I've never heard this in a couple of years I've done this. They're saying put it all together. So put every day together, and look, I'm not going to try and figure out what I said. Stop, go back, you know, make a quick note about every day. But they're saying put it all together for Sunday. And if you allow yourself just to bring in those puzzle pieces, it'll actually make a really beautiful picture. And it's really about having a bit of fun with this and enjoying yourself and seeing what's going to come up, seeing what worked, seeing what didn't work, seeing what uplifted you, what didn't uplift you, and seeing about, well, if it didn't, what would fit better for you, what would feel better for you. You know, how can you make this more of your practice? Which is one thing I'm huge on, is tailor-make stuff for you. You know, if it's not feeling right, it's not fitting in right, it's not working right for you, change it to something that will work for you. Sometimes practices, when you first learn them, they don't feel right. That's another subject, you know. But it's about having a bit of fun with this and allowing your creativity to flow into it. Okay, so yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I forgot to say, like, subscribe. Love it when you like and subscribe to me, share me around, put some comments down below. Really, really cool. I always have a look through the comments. Even if I don't get back to you, I do always have a look at them, and they always give me a smile. So thank you very much for joining me, And yeah, have lots of fun. Don't take yourself too seriously. And always connect with your heart. Everything will flow from there. Big off. Bye-bye.